The Witch takes place in the 1630s after a family is banned from their land and they live off their new land together as a family, and they start to encounter some possession and witchcraft from the forest. After their young baby is taken by a witch, or what they assume might just be a wolf in the woods, the family starts to fall apart because they're thinking that there's a witch and not really trusting each other. And the effects of this witch that lives in the woods really takes a toll on this family. I was really looking forward to The Witch. When I saw the trailer months ago, I think it was at Crimson Peak when I saw it in theaters, I said, I have to see this movie. This movie looks so subtle, yet so terrifying. I love those movies. The one scene in the trailer where she just steps her foot out of the door, my mind is going crazy. I am so scared. I am terrified to see this movie. And yes, a lot of those scenes in this movie are really terrifying and effective. But do I really love The Witch? It's an alright movie. I said it's a pretty good movie. The few things that really do work with this film is the commitment to this movie. This film really feels like it was set in the 1630s. I mean, I'm only 24 years old. I don't know what the 1630s were like. But if I lived in the 1630s, I assume it would look like this. The dialogue, the costumes, the actors, the beliefs of these characters, the setting, it all felt really real. And there was a lot of commitment to that. A lot of commitment from the director, the writers, the actors. They all played their roles really good. For a possibly low budget horror film that was released by A24, the acting was amazing in this movie. Then you have this presence of the witch in the woods. We don't get a lot of the witch, but we do get a lot of the idea of the witch in the woods. We don't get physical scenes of the witch a lot, but I will tell you, when we do see them 3 or 4 times, they are very effective. They're so effective to the point that people in the theater actually turn their heads. This is cringeworthy, it's terrifying, and that works so well because it's so subtle. It's nothing that is jump scare. By the way, there is 0 jump scares in this movie. It doesn't rely heavily on jump scares and ghosts and cats running around. It doesn't rely on those things. It relies on its images and its subtlety, and it works so well. This is one of the films that I'm honestly creeped out of by watching these scenes. It was so dark, it was subtle, and it was creepy. I was watching this movie and I'm closing my eyes a little bit, not because I'm afraid something's going to happen, because of how terrifying these scenes were. The movie, you could break it down into really 2 stories. 1, this witch in the woods, and 2, how a family is affected by this witch. We don't really see that. I mean, we don't really see how a witch takes a toll on a family. I really like how this witch wasn't in the movie a lot, but the overall idea of the witch affected the family so much. Some of my issues with the film, though, is that I don't know the common language of New England people in the 1630s, so at times it was hard to follow along, and also some of the dialogue drags on a little bit to get to a high point in the film. Other than that, I thought that The Witch was a pretty good film. Some effective scenes throughout. I love that how the witch took a toll on the family with actually not really being there that much. And the acting was truly amazing. So I'm gonna go ahead and give The Witch a B+. This is Just Watch Movies with his review of The Witch, which is a New England folktale set in the 1630s. Definitely check it out if you guys are highly interested in horror films, or if you just want to see highly effective horror scenes. So this is Just Watch Movies. Remember to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to Just Watch Movies for more upcoming movie reviews, and you stay classy, YouTube.